welcome back to the Multi21 podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Jess.
Rita.
Hi, I'm
We have a
Rita.
very special guest with us. This is
Yeah.
Rita. Woo! So I mentioned last week we obviously have a very special guest with us today. This is Rita. And she's here with us for the entire 2024 season debrief.
Ugh.
If I can remember what has happened, yes,
Literally.
I am here for it.
Oh.
This will be a great one. So do you want to just jump straight into like all of the signings that happened for this year? Because
Oh, the breaking news alerts. Oh, that editor better be paid like
I hope that editor gets paid a lot of money.
bank.
I hope the editor gets paid a lot of money. But for starters, obviously, start of the year, Lewis came out and went, I'm going to Ferrari. I'm doing a reverse Michael Schumacher. I'm going to Ferrari from Mercedes. I'm doing a reverse Michael Schumacher. I'm going to Ferrari. So, obviously sacking Carlos, which, as a Carlos girlie, devastated. But we move.
But now I get Lewis Hamilton, so I cannot complain.
Rita, what actually, right, before I even get into this, what, like, is your, like, team bias? What team do will you always have a soft spot for?
So I am I am very measured with who I support because I don't hate anyone or any team. I don't have that in me. But in terms of who I always have a soft spot for, not necessarily bias, will be Ferrari and
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
So the two of them together, for me, I must say, at the beginning of the year, I was delighted.
Oh.
I mean, well, what was it Sebastian Vettel said? Everybody's a Ferrari fan, even if you go to the Mercedes guys.
It's true.
Everyone's a Ferrari
Unless
fan.
you're Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, that is true. That photo of him posted outside the Red Bull garage. Hi! And then, obviously, Carlos was jobless for a few months.
A few months, mate. It was jobless until like 2 months ago, I swear.
Leaving everybody paranoid about where the hell he was going until he signed for Williams.
Mhm.
God bless this boy.
God bless. He's
God
went
bless the
from
boy.
Red Bull to McLaren to Ferrari to Williams.
Toro Rosso, Renault, McLaren, Ferrari. Oh god.
I'm hoping that this is the rebirth of Williams as we used to know it, because they used to be one of the most successful teams. So I am being delusional in thinking that them now having Carlos means that they're going to come back to the top and be the Williams we used to know and love. Is that feasible? Probably not. But that's what I'm dreaming
I
of.
agree.
so with
yeah.
you on that.
No,
because
same.
I am.
This is Williams' like upbringing again. Carlos
He
is
had
going to
that-
switch it.
He had that garage taking apart the car and rebuilding it at that testing. He is making a championship-worthy car with Williams again.
Yeah, he is saw
I hope
McLaren,
so.
he saw Ferrari, he saw Renault,
With
and
the
he's.
investment Jenson Button has made, please go
Oh,
to
I was
Paris,
watching
let's
Braun
plan.
the other day. It was great fun.
Best.
It's really good.
It's a great docu-series. And
It's
then
really
we've got
nice.
Yeah.
history repeating itself this year. A person named Kimmy replacing
So,
our 7-time world champion.
yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I
am
don't.
so sorry.
I'm gonna be that person and say that I genuinely don't think he's ready for it.
Mm-mm.
I feel like they're bringing
Yeah.
him up too early.
I'm one of those people that for me, I will speak when I see it. However, I would challenge and say who is ever ready for their first season in F1. And I can see next year, I can see a lot of catastrophes happening because it's inevitable with so many first timers. But I am kind of holding my breath to see what he can bring. I always start judging them on the second season.
So yeah,
I
okay,
like
that's valid. Yeah.
I read that actually.
And
Yeah.
Oscar's second season was amazing, so therefore.
That is true.
Exactly.
They do. That is true. Wasn't the same for Logan. We're not going to talk about that because I will cry.
Oh, yeah. That was different.
And then Haas have just completely switched their entire driver route. We've got Ollie Behrman being a Project Leclerc and Esteban Ocon. Can I just say, Esteban Ocon actually looks so much happier at Haas.
No
Like-
wonder, man.
Dude looks so happy.
I think it's a good
And
move
then-
for him.
I think it is. I hope he
It
enjoys
is.
it.
Because it could be worse,
Yeah.
right? Like it already there's I'm gonna be super. There are worse teams to sign
Yeah.
for.
Yeah,
So-
Haas is very midfield. Like, it's not terrible. Like, the things that we saw K-Mag and Hulkenberg do this season with that car were, like,
Dragging that tractor up to P6. Let's do this.
literally. So, you know what? I think... I hope Ocon enjoys himself. I hope Ollie has a good first proper season.
I'm so excited for Ollie.
Oh,
I'm actually
can't believe I'm a Haas fan now. This is ridiculous.
this is getting so out of hand because of all the rookies now.
Oh,
But
They are cool though, and they have so
Yeah.
many. They have the fewest people in the paddock in terms of the staff. They're the smallest team as well, so it's nice to see them.
isn't it like 200
Yeah.
Having a
people
little bit of-
total? Like
Yeah.
it's like 200 people factory and trackside in total. That is insane.
and
It's
yeah.
nice to see that. I like the underdogs sometimes.
I love
No,
Haas.
yeah, same.
And obviously we have Jack Doohan replacing Esteban Ocon for Alpine, but
That's
that
Rocky,
might
isn't it?
not be true. That's a
Yeah.
bit rocky right now.
They're trying to
because
sign
they are-
Franco.
And they're extremely disappointed with Jack Doohan's performance, which is going to be gut-wrenching if he gets replaced by Franco,
Like-
because imagine being signed for that long just to be replaced by this
In-
Argentinian
In my
man.
opinion, give
Like,
the man a break. You gave him one race.
Exactly.
Like, it was his first, first proper F1 race?
First
Give the
proper-
man a break.
Yeah, first proper
Yeah.
F1 weekend in general. Like, come on.
Like-
It's not enough to judge them on.
And it's
It's
if
really
the
not.
first proper weekend is Abu Dhabi.
No, you can't be having the first proper weekend that the rookie does be Abu Dhabi. That is not.
That's just not okay. Like, you can't judge him off of that. It'll be a shame if they do sign Franco and end Jax
Yeah.
early. But, like, I love Franco. I'm a Franco
Yeah.
stan.
He's great.
But
He's
Speaking of being fans of people, we have the current F2 world champion up next.
Oh, I've got-
Gabriel Bortoleto signs for Sauber.
I've got about 12 of his driver, like, TurboTax
TurboTax.
cards, man.
So many of them. But I think he's gonna do great. I think him and Nico Hulkenberg would be a dream team at Sauber.
Yeah, no, I like Bortoleto, so it'll be fun to see how that goes.
And Nico is always really, really good with younger, like, rookie drivers. Like, he was great with, who was it? It was Carlos at Renault.
Yeah.
He was great with him. It does make sense to me for him to be, like, the mentor.
Absolutely. If I had a mentor in F1, it's not to say that he would be my first choice, but he would definitely be high up there, I
No,
must
yeah,
say.
he'd be
I
high.
think my first choice would be Nando.
Mine would be
Fernando
Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis.
definitely. Mine would be Lewis or Fernando as well. yeah.
Yeah. Still baffles me that Lewis is older than Nico Hulkenberg, by the way. That actually shocked
Lewis
me when I
is
found that out last
exactly 20 years older than me, guys. Just saying.
week. It's insane. Because we were looking up the ages of the drivers the other night, like in the span of like a month, and I had a heart attack finding out Mark Webber's 31 years older than me. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean he's not 20 and still driving for Red Bull? Stop it.
Real
Wait, I'm
though.
curious now. How much older is Lewis than me? I don't think he's that old.
No, I don't think it is.
No. it's
He
40
turns
in
he
January,
turns
so-
40 in January, yeah.
So he's 6 years older than me. That's not that far.
No.
Oh no. Let's move subject. What was next?
Go. Anyway, we actually are going into the mid-season replacements that broke my heart this season.
Ah,
What, Liam?
Liam
Yeah.
and Franco.
Yeah,
Oh.
Logan and Ricardo, yeah.
Bad boys.
I
bad
love
boys.
I miss Daniel.
Oh my god, I don't think I've actually told Rita this story. So basically, the day Logan Sargent was replaced with Franco Colapinto was the day I bought my Logan Sargent hat. So within the span
Oh,
of 20 minutes,
no.
it was like... in the span of 20 minutes, I bought the Logan hat, and then it was announced that he was getting replaced with Franco, and I was like...
Oh, did you get a discount?
okay. It was like, yeah, I was like, I think I got like a £20 discount or something, I don't know.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it was literally the day I met Jess for the first time.
It was.
I nearly get hit by an Audi.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
it
Jess.
was so funny. I was like, so I just saw
First
this
day I called
girl
it.
in
Doesn't
like
sound funny.
a girl in a like McLaren jumper, right? I'm like walking from the train station. I see her like put her arms up at an Audi, so shouting at it.
I was arguing with this guy
And
because he
then-
was swearing at me and he had kids in the car.
And
so
then I walk into class, and Erin sat there like 2 seats away from me. I'm like, right.
what was
well.
the first thing I actually said to you? Because
You screamed Schumacher or Senna.
I needed to know the answer because that's like a make or break for me before it's Senna or Schumacher.
Like, screamed it to me. Like, you were 2 seats away from me, just screamed it.
Yeah. Obviously, Logan and Daniel was the most devastating thing
Oh, it broke
that,
my
that
heart.
came out of this year. I cried over both. I will
Aw.
admit that. But, right, let's go into the more recent, like, we'll go into the recent and then we'll go to the start of the year again. Because tell me how Sergio Perez managed to manipulate all of us into thinking that he was staying
Yeah.
just to vanish on the 4-year anniversary that he was actually at.
I know. He vanished, they announced Liam signing, and then they announce my man Bottas back to Mercedes for reserve.
What a weekend. Like, what like a span of, like, 24 hours. Because
I was going to say, what a day.
What a day.
I think it's been a full season worth of rumours and breaking news, to be honest. Has been amazing.
It
Yeah.
really has.
But I feel like I feel a little bit bittersweet about Checo because I do think it has been time for him to go for a while.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like him being gone now, he really goes out on a low. And I always want drivers to go out on a high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was more than time.
Especially after
mean-
the season he just had. Like, we've witnessed it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a shame to see
Yeah.
him go out after such a season, but at the same time, it's like they're costing Red Bull money, you know?
100%.
points. So,
I think
But-
the only good thing that came out of it was they're getting a little bit more wind tunnel time because they didn't win the constructors. So let's look at the bright side.
That is
Other-
true.
You know, that's
That is true.
Yeah.
That is
look at the
true.
sunny side. But I don't think
I
that's
do-
enough
I
to
do
keep a
rate that.
driver.
no. Like,
And I think the one that confused the signing that baffled everybody the most this season would have to be, in my opinion, Adrian Newey going to Aston Martin. What is that man cooking in that garage?
I'm terrified. It's going to be Nando's Prime again.
You will be cooking.
We're gonna get your Nando back. I'm so excited.
We're going to get
plan.
Aston Martin back on top, and that's going to
The
terrify
plan.
everybody.
Nah, he will be cooking. He's such an absolute legend. And again, it's one of those things where I'm not hoping to see anything in the first year. Is when 2026 hits. He is a magician with regulations and bending them, and I can't wait to see what he does.
This is gonna be quite fun. I will admit that. So
Yeah.
what else actually happened this season? Because we have a lot to discuss.
There's been some great highlights. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
you've got some, but the couple of things that have made me really happy have been obviously Charles won in Monaco, Lewis won in Silverstone, Oscar won his first race, Lando won his first race. So there's very filled with moments of utter joy, really.
Yeah.
It really has been. It's been a race. I think every single person in this season, no matter what team you like or you support, had a bit of that Ferrari roller coaster that we're so back to we're so done.
100%.
Yeah.
And the Alpine double podium, the two boys from Normandy. Oh my god,
That was
what a
beautiful.
season.
I've never been happier to see that car that high. After
I'm
Max's
so happy.
masterclass of a drive.
I was just happy for Pierre and Ocon. I can't lie.
No, yeah, same. But it was nice
It
to
was
see
a full
Max
circle
back.
moment.
It really
A
was.
Proper like
it
war
was.
is over moment.
Literally.
It genuinely was what is over.
Seeing
What
them
was
Yeah.
it?
see them be all buddy on the podium, you're like, oh.
I seen a tweet that said the race was so confusing, rivalries were healed, and it was Max and Lewis hugging, and then Esteban.
Literally. What else did we also have? We have
Carlos, the appendix to win timeline. Hold on a second. guys.
100%.
Yeah. He came
Wow,
back to
Jez,
what,
you have
Australia and
butchered
Slade.
appendix. I
Yeah.
want you to get your butchered appendix. Wow. Jesus. How have you
Yeah.
managed that? But,
It has
so
tempted me
criminal.
to remove mine though, but apparently you can't do it on demand.
God damn it.
So I
To
know,
be fair,
right?
sometimes I get a stomach ache and my brain just goes, I'm about to have a Carlos.
No,
I'm about to die.
literally. Like,
I get that as well, but usually it's ovulation.
Yeah, I'll get like really bad cramps. I'm going, nope, my appendix is burst. It's done.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
dying.
that or just me being chronically ill with my kidneys. It's just I can't figure out what part of the body's hurting today. So
Literally.
Oh
we move.
We also
The first race
have...
ban?
Yeah.
The first race ban in what,
My-
12 years?
12
my
years.
favourite bowling ball got banned.
Oh, I love K-Man.
I actually
I love
love him.
K-Man.
Like, I'll miss him so much.
But like, how much chaos do you need to cause to get a full-blown
Oh,
race
gosh, yeah.
ban?
I think that's why I love him. He's just there for the chaos, and I'm all
He's
here
there
for
for the
it.
By the way, speaking of K-Mag, have you seen who his teammate might be next year?
Yep.
Valentino Rossi. What? Sorry, I've been tweaking out about this. I've been in a really bad MotoGP like hyperfixation since like the off season, and this is like sent me into like a spiral of like old MotoGP rivalries.
That's a good spiral to go on.
It's so fun.
It's so interesting as well because they're so much
Such a-
more
Yeah.
dramatic.
Yeah, it's all fun and games. So Jess sends me a TikTok of Mark Marquez as a Valentino Rossi fan, and I'm sitting there like, get him.
Hey,
off of
I'm
my
a Valentino
screen
Rossi
immediately.
fan as well. Okay, he just
You
comes
said
up.
you're
Isn't
Mark
everybody?
That's that's what I
You'd
feel.
be
right?
surprised. I have seen so many Mark Marquez stands on Twitter who are
I have
very
saw Max
anti-Rossi.
Verstappen doing an interview sat
Really?
next to Mark Marquez. Okay, and
There's
I was
photos of him
like,
and Carlos being like
pleased.
all besties.
Oh,
Like they're in. I think they were in Carlos's apartment watching one of the the Euros games together. What I'd give to be a flying ball that night. Right. On a little like sadder note, I would just want to take a second to talk about Yuki Tsunoda and Haas.
Mm-hmm.
Right, from in between Las Vegas and Zandvoort. Yuki, right? I'm sorry. I understand Yuki Tsunoda gets forgotten about, unfortunately, but how the hell do you not recognise Yuki Tsunoda?
yeah, literally, right?
Look at him! Look
He
at his
does
little
get
5'2" self.
forgotten.
Look at his little 5'2" self and tell me you can recognise him. Like, come on. Right?
No, literally.
I've actually, I remember reading about this and I was like so annoyed for like 2 days afterwards because I'm like, how? But
No,
also
yeah.
Haas, right?
Haas
I didn't
is
know the backstory behind Haas not getting the
so
car out of Zandvoort.
it's a sponsorship deadline they had for repaying an old sponsor back from 2021. And so they couldn't get their cars out of the Netherlands until they paid it.
How the hell do you explain that one to the FIA? Sorry, mate, can't come in the next Grand Prix. I'm kind of stuck in the Netherlands.
Sorry, guys, our car's got impounded.
Yeah.
No.
Another thing that's a bit off topic, like off script, but I would just want to take a second to say that I love Sebastian Vettel and everything he's done this season.
I just love Sebastian
Thank
Vettel,
you.
man. Like,
Thank you. I love Seb.
real.
He went a bit happy dippy, and I love that so much because I love seeing all the drivers doing something good in their retirement.
Yeah.
And with
think-
things like Buzzing Corner and the stuff in Brazil, it's great.
Yeah, I think the stuff in Brazil was beautiful with the Senna tribute, and I think that's the other thing about Vettel. I think people sometimes have very short memory, but Vettel also used to be very prickly and nippy back in his day.
Yeah.
And like you say, I love that he's found his zen, but I love that multifaceted way to Vettel.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
You look at the timeline of him from like BMW Sauber to Red Bull to Ferrari to Aston Martin to now, and you're like, what happened in the space of going to Red Bull and going to Aston Martin that caused you to just like
Ferrari.
zen the hell out? Ferrari.
Ferrari.
I mean, Binotto was there, so I think it was him. But like,
Yes, very much so. Still traumatized by that guy to this day.
yeah, you're gonna see a hell of a lot more of him now.
Oh, don't even remind
Yeah.
me. On that darker note, papaya rolls.
I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is.
Papaya rolls and Oscar's hungry win.
Yeah, I felt so sad because for I feel very sorry. Felt very sorry for him. For his first win to be so tainted.
I saw him flinch on the
Boy.
podium thinking he was going to get sprayed, and I like almost cried. I was like, no, this is so unfair.
Free my boy,
Like-
please.
Oh, poor Piastri.
Speaking of Oscar, can we talk about the big rumor that was going around that Mark Webber and Helmut Marko were in talks
Oh
to get
my
Oscar into Red
God.
Bull?
You're going to give
That was
Mark
going on
Webber
for
a
ages,
heart
yeah.
attack, man.
I think Mark Webber must have had a mini heart attack reading that, or seeing the Photoshop of like Oscar in the Red Bull.
To be fair,
I
he
know
suits
he
the Red
had,
Bull
like-
suit. Like, I'll say
He
it.
suits the Red Bull suit, but I'm 99% sure that like if Mark Webber even looked at that, he would have like very vivid flashbacks to him and Sebastian just being like, no,
No, because you see the way how aggressive
not
Max is
another
on
blonde,
track, and then you're
not
like,
another blonde.
no, literally.
All you can hear in his head.
God bless.
Right.
I love Oscar. I think he's got a
Same.
bright future ahead.
Oh,
He's also
got
incredibly
championship
talented for
ready.
it being his second year and only year
Yeah.
with like a good car.
Like, you really wouldn't think it was only his second season.
No, you're right.
No, he's good. So I'm very excited to see how he'll play out
Same.
with his future.
Same.
What else do we have? We have George's disqualification in Spa.
Oh goodness, yes, that was so
I looked
sad.
away from my
sorry.
phone. I looked away from my phone for 2 minutes to see George Russell disqualified in Spa-Francorchamps, and I'm like, huh?
Literally, right?
What?
Like, okay, Lewis got the win, happy days, right? But at the same time, George earned it. It's a shame he was just too light in the end.
I mean, like, he's what, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", somewhere
Yeah,
around that
somewhere along there.
And he is like skinny, right? You look at him and Alex Albon, and you're like, how the hell are you in that car without flying away sometimes, right? It's giving Lando Norris in the go-karts when he needed to be velcroed into the seats and
Yeah.
fly out the corners.
Yeah, literally.
That little piece of lore will forever make me melt. Like, what do you mean you had to velcro him in?
It's so cute
Look at the
though.
baby!
Very advanced safety feature there.
Real.
What a great safety feature. You don't go flying out. Here's a bit of velcro to the back of your
I quite liked Austria as well because George won because Max and Lando were just too busy having a scrap, and George was like, "Thanks."
Literally,
Yeah, pretty much.
like, it amused me. I was like, you know what, you say.
They two were beefing, and it was just George being like the One Direction playing in the background. Like, I could hear it in the car.
Oh no, I can hear the clip of him on that driver's parade, just like looking over his shoulder on that car. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll send it to you.
That's how he looks when he's like looking over
The sound is like
him scrapping.
yeah.
Ooh, okay. Right, so where were we before that happened?
God knows.
Rest there.
We just ended George's disqualification.
Yes.
So we can go into Sweargate.
Sweargate and then Liam Lawson's beef, because I want to have a little chat about that. Because how?
I have another highlight, by the way. Another
one.
another highlight, which was the Brazil Grand Prix with Max going from P17 to P1.
Masterclass.
Oh, absolute masterclass.
Amazing.
And it's like what
Beautiful.
his first win in a while as well. So it was
Yeah.
so nice to witness. He's
It
always
was
been like an
insane.
absolute master when it rains though. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
he's fantastic.
To
he's
be fair,
impressive.
right, the weather in like the Netherlands, especially in Holland, is quite like Scotland. So like
Hmm.
you're gonna get some rain masterclasses from Holland.
Real.
Same with Scotland.
They really put them to good use. It was like so exciting. It was a very exciting race.
It
Oh,
was. It was so stressful. I was trying to take rubbish out and I have my iPads propped onto my radiator and I don't want to leave the room because I know as soon as I leave the room someone else will crash out. It was a whole dilemma.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Sweargate.
Max. Yeah.
He's now what, 27?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, it is. You take a step back, you look at the severity of the situation, really not that deep at the end of
No,
the day.
I loved it. I loved watching it though. It was great fun to
The
watch.
fact he managed to swerve the punishment at the awards night, my goal. My
Also,
penny.
like, I was expecting community service. He's going to go pick up litter or something. Like, be the bellboy.
Spending a day with Sebastian in Brazil, that's what it's going to be.
And it's
Yeah,
it's literally just, yeah, you can go and help younger drivers.
I kind of rate that though.
It's
Which I think he
cute.
did quite happily. I don't think he would have needed to be punished to do
No,
that.
he would have done it
No.
anyway, I think.
Yeah, he's great with younger people, and I'm just going to come out and say that I think that if the swearing was being used to offend anyone, then I completely agree. But
Yeah.
it was generic swearing as opposed to attacking a person
Yeah.
or a group of people, so I just really don't think that
No,
it matters.
My thing was Max got the community service, right? Charles got what, 10k?
Yeah,
What did Lando get?
I don't know.
It,
And
I
who
think it was-
determines that?
it got
was
lighter and
5K
lighter.
he got for the
5k.
dumpster.
So literally, the punishment got lighter and lighter as the season
Because they were
went
just
on.
like, I'm not dealing with this. Like,
Nah, literally.
Yeah. I think they were
Um,
trying to make an example out of him, but they didn't expect people to see it for what it was, which was
Yeah.
an exaggeration.
like
Like he wasn't
Max,
offending
Max
someone.
Max is
Yeah.
10 years older than me by like that in a week, right? So Max is like a whole decade older than me. Even I know it wasn't that deep. So if a 27-year-old is saying this, if a 17-year-old is saying it's not that deep, like, come on.
Yeah. Like I said, if he was said, "Oh, this person is an effing something,"
Yeah, if it was like
Fine.
the George and Max beef with the
Yeah.
apparent "I'm gonna bash your head into the wall," right? Which
yeah, that's different. But he was referring to
not
the
Max.
car.
is yeah.
Yeah,
Like
come on.
sometimes,
The
like
car's not
sometimes
gonna
Jeff
get
will catch me
offended.
insulting cars and like cussing them out. Like
Like,
Yeah.
that's just how it be.
if the car is being frustrating, swear at it, man. Like
That's me.
Lando stuck up middle fingers at the car before. We're all here for it.
That was I giggled seeing that.
So did I. Like,
But-
forgot that the onboard could see it. We just sat there.
See, how long has Liam Lawson been in this sport? Like this season, 7 races.
Yeah.
Probably.
How do you manage to have beef with every single Spanish speaking person?
I know, right? It's as though he was on a mission.
Bro was out for blood,
It was so
and he
funny.
was like, "I'm doing it. I'm gonna cause beef with everyone." But out of everyone you choose to have beef with, you choose Fernando Alonso.
Literally, right? I was
What
like,
his most iconic line from Drive to Survive? "I'm still the bad guy." That man is a villain.
oh, I love
See the amount
Nando.
of research I've had to do on him. This man is a villain, right? Worse than Red Bull Seb. This man is a villain. Like straight out of Disney type stuff, right?
And I'm all here for it.
You ain't choosing to beef with Fernando Alonso,
No.
right? That's not a good idea.
I just wouldn't
I
beef
think
with
that-
Nando anyway.
I wouldn't be Fernando at all because I do love him.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that what Liam has done has worked because Red Bull does like that sort of I won't take any BS attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did crank it up to 200%, right?
Really.
But listen, it has worked. Look at the news today. So they were clearly looking at his grit and thought, yeah, this is the guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can cook.
exactly.
You can cook.
But I'm hoping he cooks at a slightly lower heat
Please.
next season.
Yeah,
You're
like,
gonna burn down
like
the gas
tone it
otherwise.
down a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't want him to have beef with everybody, but I think he was maybe a bit too eager to demonstrate that he had it.
Yeah.
It was like
because
first
he knew he had
race.
to make it count. Yeah.
Who was it that done it? It was another podcast. I think it was the Pit Stop podcast that done the song about Liam, which really,
Yes.
really just it makes so much sense.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh my god. But I feel like if you look at Liam Lawson in the past couple of races and you look at prime Mad Max, there are some parallels there, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I went on a rabbit hole the other night doing the parallels of Max Verstappen in general and Sebastian Vettel. So all three of them, by this little delusion that I had, are all interlinked. See the
Could
amount of
be.
yapping. See the amount of like. I have a table on my phone about this. It is like there's a whole like paragraph of this. This will be going. I'm posting that to Instagram, by the way. The delusion.
Probably a whole episode on that.
Literally.
Genuinely.
Oh.
See, right. I just want to take a second to talk the fact that Max is now a 4-time world champion. He's going to be a dad. Wow.
Oh.
Congrats to Kelly and Max.
No,
We
yeah,
haven't
big
said it on
congrats.
it- haven't said it yet, but congrats to Kelly and Max.
Big congrats.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see
It really will, because
I
he's
think
so
so,
sweet
yeah.
with Penelope as well. I
He
know he's
is.
a great dad.
Was it he called himself a bonus dad?
A bonus dad. I love that. I thought that was a class act when they asked him, you're going to be a dad. And he's like, well,
Yeah,
I'm already a bonus dad. And
Literally.
I think, obviously,
Yeah.
we only see what we see, but from what
Yeah.
we see, he
He's
does
so great.
seem
He's so good with her.
incredible.
And it's so cute.
So sweet with her.
Yeah, very happy for him.
Very happy for him
Yeah.
indeed. I hope it all goes well. Smooth
I hope
sailing.
so. Smooth sailing, yeah.
I hope the kid
Yeah,
doesn't
I
keep him
think-
up too much.
I
Interrupt
think
his
for me-
submission.
I think
Did you
looking
see
at
the
Max, he seems to me like he's a very simple person in the sense that he seems to really value family time and
Yeah.
that being the most important thing for him.
He does. There's a bit of
yeah.
there's a bit from Media Day, I think it was Abu Dhabi, where he was getting asked, would you rather go out and party with all of your friends in the paddock, or would you go home and have dinner with your mum? And that was instantly he chose dinner with his mum.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would also choose dinner with my mum.
Same.
I'd have dinner.
Literally, yeah. I'd choose food.
Real.
Wherever it is, wherever it finds me.
Food over
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Oh, genuinely.
Speaking of Abu Dhabi, we have Leclerc's Abu Dhabi drive.
Oh my god.
Of course, I was going to bring this up, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
I
It was beautiful.
it was so good. I took that end of the season. We might not have got constructors, but I knew we weren't winning that anyway.
Oh, I took that
Wow.
constructor. I took that constructor's win, but like I ran about my room. I was like screaming and giggling.
Nah, I knew we weren't winning it because we had to get a 1-2 to win it.
Yeah.
And
And Lando was just,
ooh,
what's happened?
Ferrari will have a 99% new car for 2025. Less than 1% of the elements from the 2024 car will be reused.
We didn't get.
Oh wait, that's actually so. The concept designs are so pretty.
I'm so scared.
Oh,
haven't
I'm
seen these.
so happy.
With F1 75 happening in a couple months, I am. A couple months is not like when was F1 75?
I think is it January or February?
Uh,
It's one or the other.
February, I think.
February?
February.
February, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could get tickets.
Near good.
Neither
No,
did
actually, we tried.
Yeah, I tried to. I tried the pre-sale and I tried the regular sale, and it was very much a.
Well, it's like
I
what,
don't know how I got
250
American
tickets were general sale.
Yeah. I don't know how I managed to get into the American Express pre-sale for Williams' hospitality bit, but I was fighting that Ticketmaster war, man. I was fighting it. So like, please.
No, it got to the point
No.
where I got fed up and went onto like actual ticket websites and started looking on Hungary's paddock passes. I went, no, I'll use my money wisely. I won't use my money wisely. That thing's a little bit too expensive for me.
I've still got my money. I've still got my Monaco fund intact, barely. Hanging on by a thread.
No, literally. Also, recently we had the FIA awards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Where obviously Max was crowned, McLaren was crowned, Bortoleto won Rookie of the Year,
Oh my god. Oh,
which I
Paul,
didn't
this
see
is-
coming. For some reason.
I actually really thought there was gonna be like a Fernando Alonso
Oh.
like at the Public FIA Awards. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be voted Rookie of the Year.
No, literally. I wish.
Maybe next year he'll win it.
And then
Hopefully.
Perez wins Action of the Year, guys.
When's
Yeah, that
Action
is
of the Year
true.
and then gets sacked? That's madness to me.
But what Action of the Year was it, right? Because I know it was an overtake of some form, I think.
he won Overtake of the Year, no? So it was.
But which one?
I
don't
can't
know.
remember.
Because I think
Me
personally
neither.
there was a lot more better options. Just personally, obviously.
Dare I say that Oscar Piastri could have got it for Baku?
No, that's what I voted that.
Same.
I
I
voted that,
voted
and then
Alex Albon for the December's
I also voted-
Overtake of the month.
I also voted Leclerc's one where he went round that corner and didn't realise that he passed about 3 drivers and had to
So
look back and do a double. Yeah, that
Oh,
still makes
So
me
it was
laugh.
an insane race, by the way. There's a video of me screaming what just happened on that first lap, and I'm like fully like I'm pale. I'm like, what's just happened?
It was so funny.
Oh my god, what a season! What a season!
what else
It
do
has
we
been
have?
amazing.
It's
So-
been great.
While we're on our final little bit, I would like everyone's predictions for Drivers' Championship and Constructors'
Oh
Championship.
Jesus. Okay.
Who's winning in 2025?
Charles Leclerc, Ferrari.
Oh.
Let my
Rita?
I'm
delusion.
gonna. I am gonna again be the Lulu and put Ferrari in the constructors, but I am actually gonna say Max again.
Really?
Okay, yeah, you
For the
make a good
drivers.
point.
His
Do make a good point.
last championship win in a row. That's my vote.
You're going 5 in a row then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see your vibe. I'm sticking with the delusion of the crowd.
Oh no, the thing is like I would love to be proven wrong on both fronts because that means that something exciting and different has happened.
Yeah.
But
Oh, real though.
See, I'm saying McLaren are winning the constructors again, and we're getting a Lando Norris World
I saw
Championship.
that coming.
Right, I am running on that delusion. Please.
Like being an F1 fan, you are delusional. What's your other
That is
like?
true.
You have to be, unless you're a Max fan. You have to be. Like Max fans must be loving. Like I'm a Max fan, but I'm not like. He's not my
Really?
main guy, you know.
Yeah.
I love
You
him.
know-
I think he's brilliant. But I am a Lewis stan, but you can't deny Max's
Oh,
incredible
Max is
talent.
amazing.
He's one of the best drivers we have
incredible.
saw. He's impressive.
Really, really is.
I fear that Carlos Sainz is going to end up like Kevin Magnussen, just bringing all the chaos in the midfield. That man is going to cause so much.
And I'll be all here
Like-
for it.
Oh, we're all going to be here for it.
I think it's
Listen,
going to be
that-
insane this
With
year.
that Santander sponsorship, that man is that car better be goods.
Yeah, man.
The Santander sponsorship.
They've took the Sainz Tander to Williams, so
I'm gonna start calling it that now.
Sain-
That's what my
I
bank
call
card's
it
gonna have
Sainz
written on it.
Tander.
That's what my bank card's gonna have written on it now.
No, yeah, mine's constant. Yeah, I call it Sainz Tander now. We've got an Italian bank now, and all of Lewis's sponsorships coming in. So I think
Yeah,
that's why
Lewis
we can afford a
sponsoring
good
himself.
car.
Lewis is sponsoring himself.
Literally,
I would just like to remind
I know.
everyone of that.
I love it so
Like,
much.
you know what?
I'm all here
To
for
be
it.
fair, Lando does the same with having Quadrant on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like,
By the way, you know something crazy I learned about Quadrant?
what?
You know, Will and E put down 7 figures of an investment into it. That's how that man got like put up to co-owner. 7 figures of an investment in there.
To have that much money. That I
I've got
can just, like,
£7 I can put on it.
I can put 7p.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Some pence, let's do this. Get a Quadrant ambassador.
literally. I'll
That's
hand
the dream,
Lando
man.
the 7p. It'll go here.
Oh my god, another thing that we actually missed was Lewis driving Senna's car in Brazil.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
Oh
got the
my
full screen
God.
recording.
Which I
He
thought was
screamed-
not going to happen. Because with
Yeah.
how rainy it was, I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's not going to happen. But I'm glad it did.
It was so
so
nice to
glad.
watch.
I
Like,
did tear up a little bit.
Oh,
Did shed a tear.
100%.
No, yeah.
It's very emotional.
It
I cried when
was.
Seb done it as well, I can't lie, so.
Oh no, same. Same.
Have you seen the stuff with Pierre doing it as well? Because there's like, every time I go to Sky Sports F1, like when it's like not a race weekend, there's always this bit of Pierre Gasly driving it on a lap around Silverstone, and even I tear up at that. Like,
I've not seen that.
I've not saw
really,
it either.
I remember, it was just before, I think it was, what day was it? 'Cause it wasn't Singapore, because that was my birthday. I think it was just before Sota's qualifying. It came on, like the
Oh.
final 10 minutes before the pre-qualifying stuff came on,
Mhm.
and I sat through the full thing and listened to this man talk about how Senna was his idol for 25 minutes, and I was like,
Aw.
my king. Oh, I love Pierre Gasly.
Oh, speaking of idols, I love that thing that's like going around, and it's like a photo of all the drivers showing their idols. There was a really stupid one. I need to find it. Hold on. I need to
I
Um,
haven't
I
seen
think-
that either.
I
Uh,
think the thing that I've like that is really really broke me on social media recently is the like him edits to by Tyler the Creator, and it's like it's Seb going to Ferrari, and then it's like, do I look like him? And then it cuts to Michael Schumacher, and I'm like, I'm going to start bawling.
No, literally.
Those
genuinely.
things always get me. Especially when it comes to Michael, Senna. I'm like, oh no.
I
No,
seen one.
that's my
it was
childhood.
I seen one, and it was Oscar and Mark Webber, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry.
I've
they're
just
holding my
saw
phone,
a,
I'm like,
a
shaking.
Charles and Gillette's one.
Oh.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
Enough
yeah,
of
that's
that. I
pretty
was just
good.
looking up driver idols. I don't know what the picture's called though.
Not got a clue.
I would have sent it to you at some point, but God knows how deep.
Do you really think I look at everything you're sending me? I wake up sometimes and I've got like 30 notifications and they're all just Jess on TikTok. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I had
"Oh, wait."
180 something. I just opened them
Oh my
like the
God.
first two and got it.
See, in my defence, I had been
That's
up
how
since
it's done.
6 a.m.
I was still up at
Jess
7.
gets the burnt of the spam on the F1 memes. Like,
I
it's
do.
bad.
I watched some of them.
Because my entire For You page on TikTok is either driver edits or it's like occasionally Rita will come up and I'm like, I will like it, but I don't know why you have barely been coming up recently and I feel so bad.
It's
And I'm
fine.
like, no!
I've just
It's
seen
fine, to be
Draco
honest.
Malfoy in a Red Bull suit. Sorry.
Oh.
What? That's gonna be Liam Lawson next year,
No,
dog.
that's what they said. Liam Lawson is a new Red Bull driver and it's a picture of Draco Malfoy.
That's diabolical.
I don't know about your TikTok timelines, and I know it's kind of deviates a bit, but other than F1 videos, I've been getting a lot of videos from Pepe the King Prawn.
What?
You know, the
And
one that you
it's
go
not
through and people tell their like awkward
Have you
stories.
seen
Oh,
the one
yeah,
that was
okay,
the girl
yeah,
who
yeah,
slept
yeah.
with Lando Norris and Louisa?
Oh my God, stop.
No.
It won't escape.
There's a girl who done the Pepe the King prom meme and she was working at Winter Wonderland in
Yeah.
like 2022 and she was like really tired and she ended up screaming at this guy and then people were coming up asking him for photos. She didn't find out until a little while later it was Lando Norris and Louisa.
And the photo of Lando and Max is posted with the bears. No, I love that like meme. I always sit through them all and just sit and scroll.
I will read all of them.
Olive
It is-
Oil
Me
Girl.
too.
There was. Oh.
Olive Oil Girl's epic.
Yeah, how embarrassed. I just wouldn't go. I just couldn't go into school.
I would just nobody would hear from me. For 6 months.
No.
Right. I have just remembered something insane, right? So I've only just recently got into World Endurance, right? Why am I only
Mhm.
just finding out Daniel Kvyat and Romain Grosjean are teammates? Because I sat through an entire 25-minute long ad on YouTube about Lamborghini's World Endurance Championships, only to find out through that. And I was like, huh?
Nah, man. I sat
A
through.
25-minute ad.
I know, that's a madness, by the way. That's like a whole movie. No, I sat through Porsche Supercar. Like a whole season recap for some weird reason. I've never even watched it. But Porsche Supercar came up and I was like, you know what? I'm Team Schumacher now. I've decided.
I write that. Well, I actually do think that is everything. So thank you so much, Rita, for coming on. This is an absolute honour.
Thanks for
Oh my
inviting
God.
me.
Thank you.
No, thanks for having me. It's been really, really good fun. I've been like smiling the whole way through. I think my cheeks hurt a bit.
Well, that's everything from us. I've been Erin.
I've been Jess.
And I will continue to be Rita. There is no other option.
And thank you for listening to Multi21 Podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.